Parent says daughter was coached on LGBTQ identity at California school. Yep, of course. Why wouldn't she be? We're told that all this woke training that these students are getting in schools, it's just to make sure they're not prejudiced, they're not bigoted. No, it's to indoctrinate them into a way of thinking that is wrong, because nobody can convince me there's a mechanism that causes a person to be born into the wrong body. If you can bring me the evidence, say, oh yeah, look, it happens right here. Look, there's this mechanism where you are a male, but you're trapped in a woman's body. Then I'll believe it, but you got to bring the evidence. Welcome to my channel. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. I am the Anti-Woke Warrior, and I'm going to challenge all things woke. And it doesn't get much more woke than this garbage, this woke garbage being taught to our children, being forced on our children, being shoved down their throats, being demanded of them that they partake of this different lifestyle. You know, it's ridiculous. If a little boy likes a Barbie, oh, he must be gay. But so what if he likes a Barbie? Maybe he likes girls. Maybe that's why he likes the Barbie. It has nothing to do with his lifestyle choices. It has to do with his male hormones. But now we have a video on this mother going off. It's pretty awesome. All right, so we got this thread on Twitter here. The thread number 2: teachers at a California school reportedly coached a 12-year-old into a trans identity behind her parents' back. The school also changed her name and pronouns without informing the parents. This was the mom's speech tonight. So let's see what the video is all about.
Let these teachers come in and act as if they have nothing wrong. They've done nothing wrong. A mistake? How long of a mistake? How many mistakes are we going to take before my child almost lost her life?
Yeah, supposedly the child was so distraught and upset because she was so confused about who she was that she decided she was going to commit suicide. 12 years old is a hard point in life for most kids because they're just reaching puberty and they don't know what's going on. They're just learning about these things, really learning about what they mean.
They didn't tell me that my child was suicidal. You allowed these teachers to open their classrooms teaching predatory information to a young child, a mindful child that doesn't even know how to comprehend it all. How do you not know what was going on your own campuses? Did you think that no parent would ever come forward?
Yeah, well, that's what they thought. They knew what was going on, and they let it happen, and they don't care because they are in the right, according to them. These people are freaking evil incarnate. They think that their agenda is truth, but all it is a bunch of lies. They're so twisted in their minds that they know it's lies, but yet at the same time, they want it to be so true that they're going to make it true no matter what. Oh man, these teachers. I'm a teacher. I would never do this to a child.
You will not quiet me today. I will stand here today and protect my child along with every other child who has not come forward yet. Do they have psychiatry degrees that I was unaware of? Because I didn't hire them. Okay, I did not hire them to sit there and nitpick my child's brain. You took away my ability to parent my child, even before I had any knowledge. I didn't even get to show support. You asked for support, I didn't get a chance. You planted seeds, Miss Caldera and Miss Baraki, Mr. Baraki and you, Miss Kagaran. Your job was to educate my child in math, science.
That's right. Your job as a teacher, at these, especially in grade school, junior high school, you're teaching the students how to understand certain different subject matters so that they can become a successful part of the economic system in this country. That's what you're supposed to be teaching them. Now, that doesn't happen anymore. It was like schools have not kept up with the times because there's so many different avenues that you can take to make money now, and the schools aren't really, I mean, they talk about that stuff, but they don't really teach the students how to be an entrepreneur. And that's what we need.
English, etc. Do your job and let me do mine. They assumed that my child needed your aid and resources. They pushed it in the face. And tonight, I will stick up for her. Miss Caldera, you're guilty. Miss Baraki, you're guilty. You changed her personal documentation, her gender, her name, her email. I authorized an AKA added to her attendance because I wanted to be supportive. But guess what? She's allergic to bees. Her medical record says a birth name, and you changed it. Who administers that now? Not everything, not me. You guys did this on your own accountability, and you've gone too far. They downgraded me in front of my child, and allowed me to question myself as a mother. You sat there and told me how my child was going to be.
Yeah, so anytime that anybody is telling you that your child is X, Y, and Z, be very skeptical, even if it's a medical professional saying that your child's personality is X, Y, and Z. And I can tell you exactly why, because as I've said before on this channel, I'm going to say it now without equivocation. If you think you are trans, you have a mental problem. It is not a biological problem. If you think you're gay, it's the same way. Sorry. You have a mental problem, not a biological problem. I mean, Milo Yiannopoulos thinks he's straight now. So for years, decades, he was gay. I wonder why he thinks he's straight now. Because it's a mental thing. It's all in your mind. You think this thing. Oh, man. You want to be gay, go ahead and be gay, but it's in your mind.
And then you wrapped your hands around her while I sat across the table and cried. Because you thought you could be there better than I, and I never got a chance. She was scared to even say anything. Your guys' voice were heard, not hers.
Now, I would have been harder on the school board and the teachers, but at least she went off on them. I would have seriously ripped them a new one, and I don't think she was nearly harsh enough. Parent says daughter was coached on LGBTQ #& plus identity at California school. Parents outraged over faculty team of workers who allegedly disguised the names of homosexual directly alliance. I don't know what that is, GSA, golf equipment at a California Heart. Faculty are making plans to voice their considerations at a college board assembly this week in Salinas. Jessica Conan has alleged that faculty team of workers indoctrinated her then 12-year-old daughter in an LGBTQ #& membership disguised as an equity club. She advised the Epoch instances she plans to talk at the December 15th assembly at Spreckles Union School District, SUSD, all through public feedback. 2 lecturers in Buena Vista Center School in Salinas have been recorded training different lecturers to hide the character of LGBTQ #& golf equipment from folks by means of at a sold-out California Lecturers Affirmation Convention held in Palm Springs, California from October 29th to October 31st. The CTA match was once billed because the 2021 LGBTQ plus #& problems convention passed the binary identity and imagining chances. The lecturers led a workshop known as How We Run the GSA in Conservative Communities and described the stumbling blocks that they face as activist lecturers to hide the actions of GSA golf equipment from folks. Activist lecturers. Activist lecturers. You're not an activist lecturer. What the hell? You're a teacher. SUSD officers said have now not replied without delay to inquiries. However, SUSD did put up an alert on its site notifying the group that faculty team of workers concerned within the alleged incident had been suspended pending the impartial third-party investigation. Well, at least they've been suspended. I would have just fired them outright and tried to get them in prison for child endangerment, child abuse, things of that nature. Conan claims that one of the vital lecturers coaxed her daughter to enroll in a lunch hour equity club and started asserting her daughter as transgender. What the heck? Homeschool your kids. Homeschool your kids. That's all there is to it. You have to homeschool your kids. I'm sorry. That's how it is. Close to the top of 6th grade, Conan's daughter advised her she may well be bisexual. And by means of the center of the 7th grade, Conan was once known as to the college for a gathering together with her daughter, a trainer, and the college foremost. This is written so weirdly. I don't know what they're talking about. The instructor advised Conan her daughter was once trans fluid. No, your daughter was never trans fluid. You can't just switch genders magically. Hey, look, I'm a girl today. Nope. Look down between my legs. Oh, hey, I got external reproductive organs. I'm still a boy. Those things just don't go away because I feel like they should go away. I sat across the table and I was crying. I was trying to absorb everything. They kept looking at me angrily because I kept saying she and that it was going to take me time to process everything, she mentioned. I was very confused. I was very upset. I was blindsided, completely blindsided. Yes, but we have the word she in the English language for a reason. And if anybody is telling you not to use it, they're a bully and they need to shut up. That is a non-theistic cult. The instructor accused Conan of now not being emotionally supportive of her daughter, who was once to be known as by means of a brand new identity and male pronouns, and can be the usage of the unisex restroom at, this is so poorly written, and can use, it should just say, and can use the unisex restroom at the facility, not at the faculty. Is this not written in English? What the hell is this? This is not like a good article. Let me see if I can find an article that's going to be better than this. Okay, we got the Epoch Times here. Let's see if we can kind of figure out where we left off. This should be pretty good. Let's start in here. I sat across the table and I was crying. I was trying to absorb everything. They kept looking at me angrily because I kept saying she, and that it was going to take me time to process everything, she said. I was very confused. I was very upset. I was blindsided, completely blindsided. The teacher accused Conan of not being emotionally supportive of her daughter, who was to be called by a new name and male pronouns and would be using the unisex restroom at school. That was a very different sentence than that other article. I felt she completely coached my child, Conan said. Conan said, yeah, I mean, these teachers, they have their own agenda. They're trying to push this onto the world, saying, look, we know what's best. We're super smart. We're the smartest. Yay, yay, yay. I'm a teacher. I don't think that I have answers about everything that I need to push onto the children. Conan said she was hurt that her daughter had not come to her first, and the teacher acted in a mean-spirited, smirking way towards her. It made me feel very, very small as a parent. I was unaware of anything. Not one time had she mentioned to me, oh, I think that I want to change my name. I am transgender or anything. Nothing. I only heard bisexual one time, and that was it, Conan said. Within a few days of the meeting, the King City Police Department showed up at her door and told her that there had been a complaint made to Child Protective Services. The police questioned her two children and asked them if they wanted to be removed from the home. They made me feel like I was a monster. Yeah. I mean, obviously they're saying that you're the worst because you don't fit in their agenda. But Conan complied and took her children to meet the CPS that week. According to Conan, CPS dropped the case and did not demand she call her daughter by masculine pronouns as her teacher had insisted. Yeah, if somebody came to me and said, hey, you have to call me by masculine pronouns, and they were clearly female. Nope. Throughout the school year, Conan was afraid to ask questions about her daughter and her school activities, fearing that CPS could take her children away. Move out of California if this is happening to you and your children. After several meetings with the teachers, Conan discovered the school knew her daughter had searched online for information about suicide, but never told her about it, she said. The school, being wonderful people that they are, knew that this girl was considering committing suicide and didn't bother to go to the parents. I wonder what they did do. Probably gave her a knife. Said, oh, yeah, this is how you cut. You should cut along the length of your arm, right? That's how you do it. Ugh, and these people. They failed to tell me that part, so I was very angry. And after that, it has just been downhill, Conan said. It's not okay for teachers to keep parents in the dark about gender identity issues or anything else. Yeah, it's not okay for teachers to be indoctrinating your children into their cult ideology. Her daughter, now 14, left Buena Vista and is now attending a new school where she's using her female birth name and feminine pronouns, as everybody should be. Conan asked her daughter if she was sure and told her it was okay if she wanted to use the male name and pronouns her teachers had used at Buena Vista, but according to Conan, her daughter responded, Mom, they're not good people. That's right. This girl figured it out. That's why she was suicidal. She figured this all out. Good for you. This 14-year-old girl figured it out. I asked her, would you like to have an AKA on your attendance? And she said, no, I don't want that, Mom. Yep, there you go. Things are better. She's in a different school, different surroundings. Nobody is really pressuring her, Conan said. Conan's father, Gunter Conan, told the Epoch Times he can't believe the way the school treated his daughter and granddaughter. I've watched my daughter, what she went through. It really broke my heart, he said. My daughter's done nothing wrong. If anything, she's too much of a good mom. So this guy must be her grandfather, not father. Oh, it doesn't say. I mean, it's confusing because I guess we don't know the daughter's name. He blames the school for getting police and CPS involved. Right is right, wrong is wrong, he said. I think it's not their place to teach what they've taught to my granddaughter. I'm furious, he said. Yeah, get involved in the PTA meetings. That's the very least you can do, is get involved in those PTA meetings. Make sure you know what your children are being taught. Encourage them to speak to you about their lessons at school, about what they're doing at school. He said parents are unaware of what's being taught to their children by teachers. Yep. What goes on in the schools? What's the criteria that's being taught? I mean, the things that are being taught in school kind of made it through the cracks, he said. Kind of made it. They were intentionally pushed through the cracks. It's happening across the state. Another mom of a gender dysphoric daughter, no such thing, who goes by the pseudonym Charlotte Jacobs, told the Epoch Times that Conan's case is not uncommon and is almost the same as hers. It's happening across the state of California. It happened to me, Jacobs said. When I spoke with the school administration where my daughter was attending school about the name change, a few days later, CPS was at my doorstep. Calling the police or CPS is a way to pressure parents to follow certain gender ideology, she said. It's extremely scary for parents to have CPS show up at their home over a name. It's unexpected and we're caught off guard. Our parental rights are being trampled on by a teacher who may or may not have our child's best interest at heart, Jacob said. They do not have your child's best interest at heart. Anybody who wants you to believe that your child is born into the wrong body does not have your child's best interest at heart. Cheryl Duffus, whose children attended Buena Vista Middle School, has repeatedly complained to the school over the last 6 years and warned that LGBTQ plus #ampersand question mark activism is in the classrooms and on the school grounds had escalated beyond acceptable levels. When she learned of reports that Buena Vista teachers had coached other parents how to hide GSA clubs from parents, Duffus was outraged. I was shocked, she told the Epoch Times. I knew things were going on at the school. I had no idea about the deceit that was going on, the preying on children, and the lying to parents. I knew they were passionate teachers and that their agenda was spilling into the classroom, but I did not know that it had gone that far. I was mad. I mean, I was beyond mad, she said. I do have several friends whose kids went to Buena Vista who are struggling with gender, and immediately I wondered if they would be struggling if they didn't go to that school, Duffus said. Would they be? Were they pushed? You knew students there who were struggling with gender? Yeah, the solution is you look down between your legs. See something? You're a boy. You don't see something? You're a girl. Very, very simple. I don't care what you might be feeling. We all have questionable feelings sometimes. That doesn't matter. The level of activism in Salinas schools has reached the point where something must be done to curb it, Duffus said. It's a disaster zone. She said, somebody has to stand up and do the right thing, or our whole town is lost. Mike Leip, whose children attended Buena Vista before he chose a homeschooling option, yeah, imagine that, opposes sexual education of any kind in public schools. Probably a good stance to take. He told the Epoch Times the SUSD school board and administration has become radicalized. The board and administration assured Leip in July that there was no type of comprehensive sexual education going on at the school except in the 8th grade for a few short days once a year. So this pretty much leads me to believe that they're dishonest, he said. Leip wants to see any and all sexual related clubs and or education cease until there has been a thorough investigation that includes the teachers and any other staff who were running the clubs, the principal, the school superintendent, and the SUSD president. Yeah, so this stuff is, it's ridiculous. It's everywhere. They're indoctrinating your children into believing this stuff, and the children are becoming suicidal as a result of this. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so what about these kids who are they are trans or whatever? They are maybe they are actually really do feel this way, and by you denying that, you're actually harming them. Okay, let's assume that's possible. It's not, by the way, but let's assume that it is. Well, then we can end up with stuff like, I don't know. UPenn transgender swimmer continues dominant season with more record-breaking wins. This is about William Thomas, who wants to be called Leah for some reason because William thinks that he is a female, even though William still has a wiener. There he is. That's him. That's William. Looks like a girl to me. Doesn't he look like a girl to you? Looks very, very effeminate, doesn't he?
Charlie, Didn't recognize you without your schoolgirl skirt.
Now, people have said that, oh, you actually believe that somebody would actually, want to go through the whole deal of changing their gender, having surgery, having hormone treatments, having people change the way they call what they call them, how they talk to them, etc., just to win a few medals. Yeah, I do believe they would do that. There are a lot of people out there who are obsessed with winning, who think that sports are the only thing that matter, who think that this competitions thing is like the be-all, end-all of human existence, and it's just not. But yeah, Leah is setting records, like humongous records, like beating the other girls by tens, even 20, 30, 40 seconds. And oh look, yeah, there you go. There's William. Very much looks like a man with long hair. I'm gonna bet is more masculine than I am. I've said this before. I have low T, and I'm not the most masculine of men out there. I mean, based on what if you look at me, external statistics compared to the external statistics of a female, my height, my weight, things of that nature. Here's the deal: everybody else out there who's transgender, changing my identity, I'm a girl, I'm a gay, I'm a whatever, I'm an alphabet person who's competing in setting all these records and harming the sport of swimming for these girls at UPenn. You don't get to compete in sports. It's that simple. Very, very simple. Ta-da! I've solved the problem. Everybody complaining about this? Oh no! Oh, you've had gender reassignment, hormone therapy. You've had gender reassignment surgery. Nope. You can't compete at the college level. You can't compete at a professional level in sports. Have fun. You want to play at that junior league? Can't compete at a semi-professional level either. You want to have a pickup game. You want to have a little local league. Go nuts. Go nuts. But when real stakes are on the line, scholarships, professions, you don't get to compete. It's that simple. You don't get to participate. You don't get to participate in everything that you want to do in life. That's just the reality. There are people who are born who are incapable of having children. There are people who are born and then something happens to them and it makes them incapable of having children. Most people want to have children. Sometimes there's things in life that you just don't get to experience. That's the way it is. You want to have this extravagant lifestyle where you go through the whole process of changing who you are. You don't get to compete in sports when it really matters anymore. If William wants to swim, go swim. Go, knock yourself out. You don't get to compete on a college level. You don't get to compete on professional level, semi-professional level. No. Olympic level? No. None of that stuff. Nothing where it really matters. I don't know why this is a difficult concept for people to understand, but apparently it is. Anyway, I saw this stuff and I had to say something about it because the wokeness is thriving in Biden's America. It's so thriving in Biden's America. It's just getting bigger and better and worse, actually, because, it's going to destroy the world. And it all started with, what's your favorite word? Feminism. Okay, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video.